달러래. 해주기가 급히.
Malu, should we start?
We have another 2 minutes to go, right? We'll start at 5:30.
Okay, sure. A minute by ma'am. What? Malu, should we start?
We have another 2 minutes to go, right? We'll start at 5:30.
Okay, sure. A minute by ma'am. Malu, should we start?
We have another 2 minutes to go, right? We'll start at 5:30.
Okay, sure. A minute by ma'am.
That was recorded, I guess.
Cool.
Janavi will start.
Yeah. I'm ready whenever you are.
Okay. Good evening and welcome to an enlightening session with the Fu Naans. Special welcome from Flow President Janavi Pukan and I to our special guests Jigme Konchok Lama and Jigme Yeshe Lamo, GB members, all the past presidents, past chair, peers, and all those of you who have joined us today. Sometimes people come into our life and you know right away that they were meant to be there to serve some kind of a purpose, teach you a lesson, or to help you figure out who you are or who you want to be. You never know who these people are. They could be your roommates, your neighbor, co-worker, long-lost friend, or even a complete stranger. But when you lock your eyes with them, you know at that very moment that they will affect your life in some profound way. I got this feeling while surfing the Fu Naans website and read about them in awe. I hope most of you will feel the same by the end of the 1 hour with them. Although it may sound philosophical, everything happens for a reason. Nothing happens by chance or by means of luck. Illness, injury, love, sheer stupidity all occur to test the limits. Without these small tests, whatever they may be, life would be like a smooth, paved, straight, flat road to nowhere. It would be safe and comfortable, but it will be dull and utterly pointless. Actually, a Zen story comes to my mind. An elderly carpenter was ready to retire. He told his employer of his plans to leave the business and live a more luxurious life. The contractor was sorry to see his good friend go away, the worker, and asked him if he could build just one more house as a personal favor. The carpenter said yes. But over time, it was easy to see that his heart was not at his work. He resorted to shoddy workmanship and used inferior material. It was an unfortunate way to end his dedicated career. When the carpenter finished his work, his employer came to inspect the house. Then he handed over the front key to him and, "This is your house, my gift to you." The carpenter was shocked. What a shame. If he had only known he was building his own house, he would have done it also differently. Lives one day at a time, often putting less than our best into the building. Then with a shock, we realized we have to live in the house that we have built. If we could do it all over again, we would do it much differently. Unfortunately, you cannot go back. You are the carpenter, and every day you hammer a nail, place a board, or erect a wall. Life is actually a do-it-yourself project. Your attitude and your choices you make today help you build the house you will live in tomorrow. Therefore, build wisely. So let's hear more about building your life wisely from our special guest this evening. The Fu Naans are an order of Himalayan Buddhist nuns who belong to the Drukpa lineage of Buddhism, a 1,000-year-old sect. Jigme Konchok Lamo became a Buddhist Drukpa nun in the year 2006. She was educated in Catholic school and was encouraged to be a lawyer. According to her, if we leave an impact on one person and that person impacts another, eventually we will begin to see people change the way they're thinking until it spreads throughout the community. She certainly practices what she preaches. Jigme Migyur Palmo became a nun at the age of 16. Her ambition was to join the Indian Army and serve the nation, but could not do so for personal reasons. With a passion to serve the community, she became a Drukpa Fu Nun. Now to our president, Janabi Pukan, who actually needs no introduction. As they say, a leader is one who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. And that is Janabi in one sentence. She is an entrepreneur and a pioneer in the field of travel and tourism in Northeast India, winning a number of national awards along the way. She's passionate about sustainability and has vast knowledge in the areas of environment, entrepreneurship, and social sector, which she has effectively used in pursuit to promote financial independence amongst women. Mr. Pukan is a graduate of Calcutta University, postgraduate from the Indian Institute of Mass Communication, and an alumni of the Indiana University, USA. Over to you, Janabi.
Thank you, Malu. Good evening. Jigme Konchok Lamo. Jigme
Good evening.
Lamo.
Good evening.
Flow past presidents, my governing body members, and my dear Flow friends. Be a game changer. The world has enough followers. So game changers change things in a big way, in an important way. They are the front runners we look up to, we learn from, and we get inspired by. This stands especially true for our esteemed guests today, the Fu Nuns, who have turned the tables when it comes to their life, not only for themselves, but in a way for many others too. To challenge gender roles in India's conservative culture, the Gwalian Drukpa has also encouraged the nuns to learn skills which were traditionally reserved for men, such as plumbing, electrical fitting, driving, and cycling. Jigme Konchok Lamo and Jigme Yeshe Lamo, we are honored to have you both in our midst today. And on behalf of Flow and the 8,000 women members across our country that I represent as the national president, I'm delighted to welcome you both.
Thank you.
So we are the women's wing of FICCI, and we work towards women empowerment with our motto is the power to empower. And this is for women within our and beyond our membership, and for the last 3 decades now. So I understand and what you represent is really, I think, what we in Flow try to do in a way to power to empower. And I understand from your first names that all Fu Nuns carry is Jigme, which in Tibetan means the fearless one.
Yes.
You really are the personification of your name, Jigme. You all are both best known for your social activism and humanitarian work. You occupy leadership roles in the nunneries, performing basic trades and management skills, which were long banned for Tibetan Buddhist women. In 2018, you completed another bicycle yatra since the uptick in human trafficking after the great earthquake, and this has been your 5th in total now. So spirituality and Kung Fu may seem like an unlikely combination, but you have proved that unlikely is not just possible, but this is what is needed, this unique, unusual combination that you bring to your work. And the way that you projected the martial arts. This can help gender equality and women's empowerment, especially in the Himalayan region. There's nothing that a woman can't do and do better. And that is what you all have proved. So, and I think it's important that you all have been proactive about it. I think spirituality is something we carry within ourselves, but to be able to put it to practical applications is what's remarkable, what is so necessary in the world today. So just to tell you about our organization, where I'm as the president, we started, this year started with sustainable practices and sustainable livelihoods for women's upliftment. We took up a three-pronged initiative, which we call the Flow 3 Cs: competency, capacity, and confidence building for women at the three levels, at grassroots, at urban, and corporate. So under this umbrella, our objective was for all our 17 chapters to work towards creating sustainable economic possibilities for women's needs in each of these very unique regions of our country. I must tell you about my Flow Mumbai chapter chair, under whose able leadership this year, Malu Natarajan. She has identified her core work as the three pillars of focus that she has taken, which was on entrepreneurship, on the social sector, and the environment. So Malu organized a series of workshops called Startup Caravan, and this happens every weekend for Flow members and for a number of college students to learn about aspirational stories of women entrepreneurs around us. And this year we had taken up what we call the Village Adoption Program for each of our chapters to concentrate our efforts on a microcosm of women and their community in a village, each of the chapters. So Malu in our Mumbai chapter has adopted villages in the tribal area Palghar. And she is building a holistic community where including water supply, education, health, and of course, sustainable livelihood possibilities, models were given for women, including a community kitchen that women can run and live sustainably through. This has been launched a month ago. So all of us, all our women here, are trying our best to lead something practical on the ground, like you all are doing so much. That is why when Malu suggested your name and what you stand for, we were very humbled and excited to have you with us. And I know this is going to be such an inspiring session for all of us, with you, the Kung Fu Nuns. So each of us today, we can introspect on the inner ability to be a game changer. What are the winning qualities within ourselves that we can imbibe in our own lives to bring out what is outstanding in each one of us? We are all unique, but we all have our own potential, our own, what can be our contribution? So this is what we are here to learn from you. So as a token of our appreciation and gratitude for having you with us, we'd like to show you a virtual memento. May I request Tiki IT to please share it on the screen for us? This is for Conchok Lamo on behalf of Flow. Thank you. Next one. This is for Yeshe Lamo.
Thank you.
On behalf of Flow. Thank you very much.
Hi, everyone. We are very honored to meet all of you amazing, inspirational women from all around India, I would say. We are very happy to meet you guys today. And it's very it's an honor for us, you invited us to talk on your show. When you are yourselves such inspirational people, we are very happy. Whenever we see more women doing things, more women entrepreneurs, more women working in corporate lines, more women working for women empowerment, we feel really, really proud and happy about it. And we are very honored to be here. I am Jigme Kunchok Lamo, and I am from Himachal Pradesh, India, and I'm 26 years old.
Okay, excellent. Will you be taking this forward, Malu? What is next? I start with the question.
Yeah, if you can start with the question, then we'll take it over. Thanks.
So, Kung Fu Naans, I have a question for you. See, your name itself draws a lot of attention. You're sporting the maroon-colored robes and your shaved heads. And your Kung Fu Nuns, you all can cartwheel and punch and kick and land in splits. So, and you're also, like I said, you're also known as a jigme. So we'd love to hear your story. Please tell us a bit about how this all started. All our members would love to know. So would you take that forward? One of you talk about this. Your story.
Can we show the video first, and then we talk about all the questions?
Okay, all right.
We are the Fu Naans. We believe in serving others, fighting for gender equality, and promoting eco-friendly ways of living. We are the Fu Naans from the Himalayas. We believe in showing by example.
The stage is yours. You want to talk about your story?
Good evening, everyone. This is Jigme, and I'm from Himachal Pradesh in India.
I became a nun when I was 16, and it's been more than 14 years since I have been here. And actually, I wanted to become an army officer, but I had an accident, and then I heard that if someone has accidents, or some injuries, they can't join army. So I was very sad. But then later, when at the age of 16, I decided to become a nun because our root guru, the Gelwang Rupa, visited our village, and he was telling us that how important our life is to, and how can we serve our community, and how can we help others. And everyone wants to help each other, and actually I also wanted to help others. So that time I decided to become a nun, and I joined here, and then from there my journey started here. Like, we did so many work after that. We did cycling, we did like eco padyatras, we did animal rescuing, we did healthcare camps, we did many social activism, and we are right now working on like human trafficking also. For that, we are doing cycling, and also we do self-defense trainings. So, and that's what we do. Yeah, thank you.
Hello, I'm Jigme Konchoklamo, and my journey started as a nun when I was 12 years old. I studied in a Catholic school when I was young. My family is Buddhist, but I didn't really know much about Buddhism, because I was very young and I was studying in a Catholic school with all the Jesus Christ and all the other, not really Buddhist. But when His Holiness the Gyalwang Drukpa, our root guru, our spiritual guru, he came to our village, and we had an initiation and teachings, and the way he talked about women empowerment, the way he talked about a girl child's importance, really just struck my mind. It really inspired me. I really wanted to be a nun, because in my own family, as we don't have a boy child, like a boy at my home, and we are all 4 girls, my parents never had this thing like, you are a girl, you can't do this, you are a girl, you can't do that kind of stuff. I was never grown up like that, but I have seen that in my community, in my friend circle, in my relatives, that girl child is always looked as a second person, not as the first person, not as a priority. So that thing always I had in my mind that this is not right, this is not right. Why are we treated like that kind of thing? So when His Holiness, like the Gyalwang Drukpa, started talking about all this women empowerment and stuff, I was very, very inspired. And at that time, I decided to become a nun when I was 11, actually, first. But then my parents said I was too young to decide to make such a big decision, and they didn't want me to be a nun, and they wanted me to be a lawyer. And I don't know why people really force their kids to be lawyers and doctors. I can't understand that fact. In India, I think it's too much of that. You have to be something. You have to be a doctor or a lawyer. That's a respected job. I mean, whatever you do, if you are not harming someone else, it's a respected job, I think. So I really didn't have this thing in my mind that I'll become a lawyer. I just wanted to be a free person who is able to speak freely, who is able to do whatever she wants to do freely. So I decided to be a nun. Then my parents weren't happy about it, and then they sent me to be a nun when I was 12. And after that, I joined the nunnery. I came to know about more and more about helping people, and nothing is greater than kindness. Kindness is a gift everyone can afford. And even if you can't really feed someone, even if you can't really give clothes to someone, even if you can't physically help someone, just a smile, just a smile to someone, just a smile to a stranger changes the whole day of that person. So that kind of thing. After I became a nun, I understood a lot of things. And we got opportunities to do such things where in our communities are said to be men work, like plumbing, electricity work, managing whole nunnery, managing the office, like all those kinds of work where people really don't want a girl to do it. So it's very, very empowering to be here.
Thank you so much. That's a great start. So I'm going to pass it on to Kiran Gera, our past president, to ask the next question, please.
It's wonderful to be here listening to your story. I have these one or two questions. Your monastery is clearly a Buddhist monastery, and you're learning Kung Fu, and everyone seems to be doing this very strenuous kind of a session. I saw some of you were using fans in the documentary, and some of you were using swords. And so there is, probably a training that is teaching you to deal with a real situation. So I just want to know, is there any dichotomy? Is there some kind of a clash at all? Because the Buddhist religion is supposed to be completely of peace and non-violence, and you are being taught to deal with violence outside. I recognize that. Have you ever dealt with a situation? Have you gone out and taught with girls? Have you actually physically, or some of the nuns, dealt with a situation successfully where you used your Kung Fu training?
So actually, I want to make this very clear that people really have this mindset where they think that when you are a nun and you are a Buddhist nun, you are just sitting on a cushion and meditating, which I think is not true, which we don't believe at all. So actually, Buddhism, yes, is a religion of peace. Yes, that's very true. But Kung Fu, what we are learning for is not for violence. I know people, when they hear about a Buddhist nun and Kung Fu, it really seems like a violent thing to do, because we are using swords, we are using fans, we are jumping, we are kicking, we are doing punches and stuff. So people really think it's violence. But I want to make it really clear that there is no mindset of us for like violating anything. It is kind of, actually we started with the basic Kung Fu exercise, but then we went into the intermediate training, and we really understood that it is just giving us more confidence, more physical strength, more mental strength to talk to people, to face the world, and there is no violence at all. Actually, Kung Fu itself was never meant for violence. It was always meant for self-defense. And we, yes, give self-defense training to young girls. We started with Ladakh in India. As most of us are from the Himalayan region, we started with Ladakh to start our self-defense training. We did it for 3 years continuously. Every year we have a 1-week workshop for girls where we teach them self-defense techniques. And we talk to them. Actually, Kung Fu is not that easy that they learn in 1 week, but we really we try and encourage them and inspire them to do what they want to do, follow their dreams, talk to them about their problems. Where it's the workshop is a safe place for them to open up about all gender-based problems, gender-based questions, so they can be very open with us and tell us their problems. And we did it for 3 years. Unfortunately, because of the lockdown and the virus this year, we couldn't do it. But we hope as soon as the lockdown and the virus situation is over, we can do more workshops. And a per day workshop, like for a day or two, we did it in Delhi and in Nepal also, like a day workshop, not a long one, but a day workshop we did in Nepal and India a few times also. So actually, it's very inspiring seeing girls, coming out to the world and talk. And I think to us, Kung Fu really helped in building confidence and physical strength, because we do a lot of cycle yatras. Cycle yatra is a cycle pilgrimage, not really a pilgrimage. We cycle from Kathmandu to Ladakh, or Kathmandu to Odisha, Kathmandu to Lucknow, Kathmandu to UP. So, and while we cycle, we really meet so many people, so many cultures. It's a great experience, I would say, but it is very dangerous also. As we are like 300 to 400 nuns cycling together, it is dangerous. I think you guys already know about the Indian highways. It's a mess all the time and the traffic is really bad, but still we do it. And to do that kind of work, we gain the confidence from doing Kung Fu, from keeping ourselves fit and fine to do such work. And walking for hundreds of kilometers to clean the environment, to keep the environment clean. So that kind of work we have always been doing. And Kung Fu has really, really helped us. The one thing that's very Same in Buddhism and Kung Fu is the concentration part. As in Kung Fu, we need a lot of concentration while doing it. And in Buddhism also, while we meditate, we need lots of concentration. So it really helps to keep our mind strong, as the thing concentration is common in both.
Thank you so much. Wonderful answer. I think me and my colleagues in Flow who are watching you have learned a lot. I did not realize that, this is helping you in your own work. And also I did not realize that when the young girls were coming to learn something, they were opening up to you. That's a huge thing. So my salams and salute to you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Kiran. There's a request from a lot of people for workshops. There's one from Bangalore. I'm sure all the 17 chapters would like to have a workshop with you.
Sure, we would love to do it.
Before we continue, the next question will be by Vinitha Bimbet, one of the past presidents. Before that, Vinitha, just a minute. We have a lot of past presidents in here. I just want to say a big welcome and hello to them. We have Kiran Gera, we have Vinitha Bimbet, Neena Malhotra, Namita Gautam, Madhu Kanoria, Renuka Shah, Usha Agarwal, and Usha Krishna. Thank you so much for joining in. Really appreciate that. So over to you, Vinitha.
Good evening, Jigme Concha Lamo and Jigme Yeshe Lamo. Welcome to Flow. I think the work that you do and the work that Flow does has so much in common. And before I ask my question, I just want to say that in 2016-17, Flow itself started an initiative of women in sports. And sports has an enormous power to generate real economic and environmental change. And it contributes to sustainable development. And in many countries, it forces to amplify women's voices and tear down gender barriers, discrimination, because it defies misperception that we are weak and incapable. Every time you clear a hurdle or you kick a ball or you break a brick, I think you demonstrate physical strength, leadership, strategic thinking, and you take a step forward to gender equality, which is my question to you. You've obviously helped a lot of young girls. Does any one specific example come to mind where you've actually helped a young girl maybe realize that she's as good as any of her male counterparts, or maybe build her confidence so that she can go back to her family, or even while she is in the monastery, be able to be confident and be who she is and feel equal to her male counterparts?
Actually, there are many examples on that. Like from my own way, like when I first came here, I was never that confident. I was very shy, and like I always used to think that there will be someone bigger, like a leader will be, and they're always helping us. We just have to work under them. I never thought there will be some times that we have to lead someone, we have to tell others to do what to do. Actually, it's very scary to work under someone and looking at someone to like they will do something and we just have to work under them. But I think that we have to change. We always want to change others. We never see ourselves as a change, but we believe, for myself, I believe that we are the change what we want in others. So firstly, we have to change ourselves to change others. So it was very hard for me, even in speaking terms, whenever I had to speak to someone, I was very shy. I was never an open person. Like I was like, I can't talk. I'm not going to talk. Like it's not my job. Please ask someone else. But like slowly I learned, and still I'm learning. We are never like perfect. We always learn. So still I'm learning, but still I feel very confident when I feel like I can talk. And when I see someone others like you guys, I feel very proud, and I feel like if they can do, why can't we? And if we can do that, why can't other girls do? And there is one example I want to share with you. It was in 2018 when we were cycling from here to Odisha. We cycled from Kathmandu to Odisha in like, it took us more than 2 months. So when we were cycling there first, we met some village girls, and like they were first they all thought that we are boys, and they said many boys from Japan are coming and they are cycling, and they were saying hi, hi. And when we were waving them hi, they felt like they said, oh, you are girls. You are girls. Actually, girls are not allowed to bicycle. How can you bicycle? Why are you wearing shorts? You are wearing shorts. It's not allowed. You shouldn't say that you are girls. And they are very like scared. And we felt very like, we've said for them, and we told them, and we went to their schools, we talked to them, and we asked them to come and see us and talk to us and share with us why they think that they can't. And they told us that in their family they learned that girls are not allowed to talk in front of others. Girls have to work in their home, and they are going to marry one day. So they have to learn all house chores. So only boys should study, and they will do some jobs, and they will bring money, and girls just have to cook. So we told them, no, it's not like that. Girls shouldn't do that, or boys shouldn't do that. It's just stereotypes made by ourselves. We ourselves make that things, seeing that, and we ourselves can change that. So we told them, if we can bicycle from Nepal to India, and we are only girls, we are like, if we can do, why can't you? So even in other terms, like not only cycling, even wearing shorts and things, it's nothing wrong with that. If we are doing something good, clothes shouldn't matter. So that was first time when we met them. And next year we again did a walking pilgrimage, where it means we have to walk from one place to other. So we arrived in same village, we met same people next day, and then their principal called us in same school again, and their principal was telling us that see all the girls in front rows, after they met you, they are very encouraged, and they are very inspired by you, and now they are the leader of our schools, they are monitors, and they are learning new things, and you know, they are just like very happy. And they were sharing that now, you know, these girls, they go to each house to teach what they learned, and they are telling other girls also that they can do it. And they asked some of girls to come on stage and talk, and they were very confident, and they talked about that we should do it, why can't we do it? They said, if you have confidence, and if you have that thing inside that you can do it, you can, nothing like you can't do better. And if you can do it, you can do better than boys sometime. So there is no gender difference, like a boy should do this or a girl should do this. You both can do same things if you are given same rights. So we are always working on that, because the place where we come from in Himalayan areas are like always like that. They always teach their girls, oh, you shouldn't laugh loudly, you shouldn't talk loudly, and it's okay, you can just study until 10th and you are going to marry someday, so you house chores. All things.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Next question is Janabe's.
Okay, thank you, Malu. So, ladies, this Kung Fu Nuns, been really delightful to listen to all whatever you had to say. But tell me something. What about the recent projects of the Druk Amitabha Mountain Nunnery? How are you spreading the awareness about your practice and these other causes? I thought, let me ask you on that.
Actually, recently with the COVID situation, we helped around the area in Nepal. We helped as much as we could, and we helped by giving masks and sanitizers, soaps, and food to the people who couldn't afford it, for the time being. And we also started giving examples, small classes to them about how to be safe. We started to do it with the women in the home, because we think that women are the the main tree, the main pillar of a family, you know. And if we start teaching the women how to be safe, I think she'll take it to the family and make them feel safer. And we like taught around 2,000 families, like around our monastery areas, 2,000 families in all these remote villages around us, 7 different villages, 2,000 families. So they were like around 2,000 women who we really taught about how to be safe, how to wear a mask, how to wash hands, how it's important not to touch your eyes, how it's important not to touch when you come from like from outside, you have to wash your hands and stuff. And we taught them how it's not like normally washing hands, you have to wash it for 20 seconds and stuff. So we have been helping a lot for the COVID situation. And the 7 villages, we really give the supplies, food we gave in the beginning. We still are giving them the supplies of food and the normal stuff. We are like not like the government, and we cannot really the whole Nepal, though we want to do. So we are trying to help them as much as we can, like from our own, with the partnership with the Live to Love NGO. It's an non-profit organization. So we are partnering with them, and we are doing the on-ground works here in Nepal. And we also made social media videos to make people aware of wearing masks and social distancing and keeping themselves safe. Because I think people are not understanding that it's very, very important to wear a mask, to not go outside without any reasons. You know, we cannot really control everyone, but we tried our best to give a message to everyone, because there are many people in Ladakh and in Darjeeling and in Dehradun, no, not Dehradun, Bodh Gaya. We have many different parts of our nunnery, where of our lineage also, who are helping people in their parts also. So, and in Himachal Pradesh also, and in Ladakh, people have been giving masks. They have like the whole village, and they have been doing all these kinds of work. We all are in the same chapter, so we all have been doing that thing for the that's our recent work we did while this lockdown.
Yeah, because we have about 8 questions more. So everyone's waiting to ask questions. There's lots more in the chat. So we have less than 20 minutes. So we're rushing through. Okay, so if you don't mind. So next question is from Aarti Gupta, a chairperson, Kanpur.
Hi, good evening, Jigme Konchok Lamo and Jigme Yeshe Lamo. It's so amazing to see and hear of all the wonderful progressive work you do in the field of women empowerment. My question to you is that you've mastered both physical as well as mental strength. What, in your opinion, was more difficult to master? And what do you think the women of today need more?
I think, firstly, mental preparation is more important. Like, if you are prepared from your mind, you can do anything. As long as, like, physical, you can only learn like when you your mind allows you. If your mind doesn't allow you, you will never learn your physical strength also. So for us, I think like only if your mind is strong, you can do your physical work. For us also, if you feel like I can't do it, I'm not someone to do something or like that, so you will never do, or you will be never able to do something. So I think mental strength is more important for you.
Thank you. Next is Pooja Garg from Lucknow.
So good evening to the two most inspiring women I have the pleasure to hear today. And having said that, I think this webinar has made us aware of the fabulous work being done by the Fu Naans in Himachal. I think it's very important that the work is accomplished, but it's even more important that it's talked about, because in turn, it inspires more and more people to come forward and become agents of social change. I would like to ask you, or rather I would like you to share with us the understanding of Dharma. What does the word mean to you? Does the spiritual practices of being a Buddhist nun always coincides with that of being, an environmentalist or a social reformer? Also tell us about the Dharma dances. I read somewhere that before the Kung Fu nuns, they were always done by the monks?
So actually, it was like a change for us also, the mass dance or the Dharma dance, which was really prohibited for the women to do. I mean, we broke that rule. We broke lots of rules in Buddhism, I would say, like doing kung fu, like doing exercise, like doing all these cycling, wearing cycling outfits, wearing kung fu outfits. So we have been doing lots of breaking taboo work, I would say. But yes, to us, I think dharma and social activities goes hand in hand, side by side, because what we practice in our dharma is to be compassionate, to be a person with great wisdom, to be kind, to be generous, and that's what we are doing. And helping others, helping girls, is that's what we are doing. And I think helping the environment is the most important thing also, because environment is some environment, you know, the earth is a place where we are living, and it is giving a lot to us. So I think saving that and putting our practice into action is putting our compassion into action, putting our kindness into action, you know. So whatever we have been practicing as a nun, we have been just putting those things, you know, our patience into action, our, you know, all our discipline into action. So whatever we have been doing for environment, for girls, for anyone around the world, I think it's our dharma.
Thank you. Before we move on, I want to ask you something in the lighter vein. What do you do to relax and have fun is a question. And also, we read somewhere that you watch horror movies on Sundays. So can you share something about that?
Actually, our relaxing time is on Sunday, and we watch horror movies. Our nuns like to watch horror movies.
Why?
When you die, and you are in the next realm after you die, you have to hear lots of scary sounds. So I think our ear is used to hearing those sounds. It's very helpful for us. We thank that way in our dharma practice.
And also we get used to it.
Yeah.
Whatever we see every day, we get used of that. Like if I'm drinking coffee every day, I get used of it, and one day I feel like I like coffee. So it's like that. If we every day see those horror movies, we will get used of it, and we will be not afraid of that. We will think.
And we also wash clothes and enjoy our day on Sundays, because we don't have many classes, and we also play badminton and sometimes cricket. And we like to play cricket.
What was the last horror movie you saw?
Conjuring 2. The new one.
Okay, thank you. Now it's over to Daritri, Chairperson Bhuvaneshwar.
Tashidalek, Jigme Konchap Lamo and Jigme Yeshe Lamo. Great to hear you. And I took refuge in Ripa lineage 8 years ago in Farping Valley Monastery in Nepal.
Oh, Nepal.
Yes. So when I heard you've traveled to Orissa, I was wondering whether you've come to our monastery here in southern Orissa. But my question is, I'm so glad. I wish I had met someone like you when I was 11. So I would be also sitting at the other side and talking to people.
I guess we need you here, Daritri.
No, my question to you is, like, you know, I've come across a lot of our teachers, our rinpoches, but almost mostly men. And we are all aware how the hierarchy is in the monastery, and very difficult for women to find a place in this hierarchical monasteries or in the lineages, while we give a lot of respect to women. And you being the trailblazers, and have you, like seeing you have other women, have they become nuns? And have you also made some difference in the hierarchy in the lineages?
Actually, yes, I would say in our lineage, we don't have this difference anymore. And yes, there are many, many girls who really want to be nuns. Every year we have like 20 to 30 nuns coming here to be nuns. And you don't have to be qualified in anything. You just have to have a kind heart, a generous heart, and you really want to have to do the Dharma, and you have to follow a discipline and the rules. I think as you are, a monastic body, I think you would know about the rules and the discipline rules, which are very difficult in the beginning. But once you are used to it, it's very nice, I would say. And yes, in our lineage, I would say, I don't know about all the lineages, but I think the change is happening,
Yes.
because everybody around the world is talking about gender equality. And I think the change is happening in our nunnery, or our lineage, our sect, the Drukpa sect. I'd say that there is no difference. And there is no difference, not because only of us. I won't say it's only because of us, the nuns. It is also because of the head of our lineage, the Gyalwang Drukpa, and the other Rinpoches who are here in our lineage, and all the monks who have been supporting us. Everyone is supporting each other in our lineage. So there is not that, the difference of you are a nun or you are a monk, we are all equal.
Not only that, our community also supports us in every work, whatever we do. Like we held their cleaning campaigns. Every Saturday we used to hold cleaning campaign before this COVID. So once we do cleaning campaign, we get like more than 30,000 people with us to help us. So there is not only girls, men are also there. So it's because of everyone's support. Because everyone is changing, everyone is having this change in their mind now.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks, Daritri. Before we move on, another question. It says you were very young when you decided to become a nun. So what do you miss most about the outside world?
We don't get much time to miss something.
No?
We get very busy in our daily schedule because we get up early in morning at 3 o'clock, and until 10 in the evening we have like our schedules. Like we have to go to class, we have teachings, we have prayer sessions, and we also do many social activism. Like we do animal rescuing, we have healthcare camps. That's why we don't get much time to miss something outside.
Okay. Thank you. Over to you, Renukaji.
Thank you. A very good evening, Jigme Khonsho Kamo, Jigme Yeshwamo. Let me congratulate you on receiving the prestigious Game Changer Award from the Asia Society at United States.
Thank you.
My question to you is, what do you suggest is the best practice to use in educating the grassroots section of our society while addressing gender equality, demanding compassionate?
My personal point of view, I think educating not the kids, I would say, educating the parents, educating the elderly in our community is very, very important, because what we learn as a youngster, I think, is what our parents teach us, or our teachers teach us, or our elderly people teach us, all these things. So I think the change, actually we should change ourselves first, but I think there should be a change in the community where the elderly are telling them that gender equality, there is no gender inequality, and you as a girl, you can do whatever you want to do. And as the environment is important for us, plastic use is not good for us, those kinds of things. Because the people who are not very active in this generation don't really understand what harm the plastic is doing, or what is gender equality actually. We can't really make them understand, because they have this mindset, and that's the mindset they're giving to their kids when they're telling them that you can't do this, you can't do that. That remains with us when we are growing up. And then when you are grown up, you always have this fear of, you can't do this, you are a girl, you can't do that, you are a girl, what will people think about it, what will the community say, So I think changing everyone is important. It will take a very long time though. We can't.
You have to unmute yourself, Renukaji.
Okay. And what do you think we might alleviate the stress induced by the pandemic? What are the courses, what action should we take to remove
I think
stress?
Stress removing.
For us, we don't have time to get stressed because we get very busy. we get very busy, like doing prayers, so helping others. So I suggest everyone to get like to exercise, learn some new things, and talk to your family. These days, everyone is getting very addicted to their mobiles, and it makes you stressed also, because you always see bad news. You are always seeing everyone dying, and you only hear like people are sick. There are so many people dying. Someone is dying because of they don't have job and everything like that. So if you are like stressed, you just have to talk to your family, share your story with them. If you are not comfortable with your family, share this with your friends, so you don't have to do suicide or something like that. And if you have free time, you just learn something and practice exercise and practice something else what you are interested in. It's nothing like you have to practice something which is given to you. You can do something what you like. And I think getting very attracted to your mobile and the social media things is
Gadgets.
making you stressed also.
Because,
Thank you.
the news is mostly, you see the negative news most of the times. It's never inspirational news. It's mostly the negative thing, or what's not been happening, what's wrong. So I think when you are always watching the negative news, your mind just is getting more negative day by day, more stressed.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Over to you, Madhu.
Thank you. There's one question in the chat. It's from a lady in Portugal. She wants to know if you admit foreigners into the monastery for training.
We haven't made any sessions like that yet, but if we do a session like that, yes, we will. Yes, we will put it on our social media, and you will know about it.
Okay.
Think about it.
Thank you so much. It's certainly a great eye-opener and very enlightening. I'm not sure if I can summarize it, but there is one Zen story that I would like to add, which will probably cover a part of the summary of what was discussed today. This is about two men who visit the Zen master. The first man says, I'm thinking of moving to this town. What's it like? The Zen master asks, what is your old town like? And the first man responded, it was dreadful. Everyone was hateful. I hated it. The Zen master says, this town is very much the same. I don't think you should move here. The first man leaves and the second man comes in. So the second man repeats the same question, saying, I'm thinking of moving to this town. What's it like? And the Zen master says, what was your old town like? And he responds saying, it was wonderful. Everyone was friendly and I was happy, just interested in a change now. So the Zen master says, this town is very much the same. I think you will like it here. So what we seek is what we find. The reasons why we do what we do matters as much, or if not more, as what you end up doing. So that is what you have told us, and we are so thankful for that. So be positive, look forward to your life ahead. And I'm going to hand it over to President Janavi for her final comments.
Thanks, Malu. So, Jigme Konchuk Lamo and Jigme Yeshe Lamo. This has been so inspiring and so much of learning, and it's been so humbling to listen to what you young people and how much you are looking to do. There's still so much, the world is still out there. So many young people you're inspiring along the way. The more, women like you who are coming forward, this is what mentoring is about. This is what you are going to be teaching. You all are the champions of change. So thank you for the very inspirational and enriching one. And that you've explained so well that life has to continue despite everything. And the key points that we must note here: the discipline, action, discipline, compassion, kindness, everything must come together. And the belief. And like we say, charity begins at home. Like you have said, change too must begin at home. We are all responsible. Each woman of the house, each man of the house, we are all responsible. And it's that we are learning from young people like you, where it should have been the seniors telling us, but you young people are teaching the older ones, and our generation who have to also take it forward. So life goes in concentric circles, I guess. We are all learning, imbibing from each other. And with that, keep up your great work. You make
Thank
all
you.
of us proud,
Thank you so much.
fearless, bold, revolutionary as you are, and your dedication to humanity, it is something to learn for all of us. And in this
Thank
one, if each of us contribute to the world, so that each drop in the ocean counts, and you've made that so clear to us today. And all our chapters today, who are listening in and wanting to have independent workshop with you, please say a big yes to them. They're more.
Yes, obviously we will. And thank you for inviting us. We are so happy to see so many inspiring women today. I mean, we are very, very happy and very, very more encouraged to do our work. Thank you.
Thank you. And I would like to thank Mumbai Chapter Chair Malu Nakarajan for having facilitated this. Thank you very much, Malu.
Thank you, Malu.
Thank you very much. Fraternity for being here. Thank you everyone for joining today.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good evening, Janvi. Good evening, Kiranji. Good evening, Namata ji. Good to see you all. Hi, Namata. Hi, Vinita.
I don't know if the
Hello, Sunita.